All right, we're live. Here we go. Brian, how we doing? How was your holiday?
Oh, it was a great holiday. With this COVID stuff going on, it was a little bit out of the ordinary, but just glad to celebrate. Had the opportunity to go down to celebrate with my in-laws on Friday, and saw my mom for a short period of time. So that was nice. How was yours?
It was nice, man. I was able to kind of keep our friend circles pretty similar to what we're doing now. So we just kept it short and simple, did some old traditions and kind of just made it happen, it was a nice little break from reality, so to speak, right?
You need one of those. I think it's the most unusual Christmas we'll probably ever celebrate due to COVID, but just glad to have time. So
Yeah, man, I think I think that's pretty accurate, to be honest. Pretty darn accurate. All right, so until the questions start rolling in, we can just start breaking down these games real quickly. Go from there, and then we'll kind of just make it happen. All right.
that sounds good.
Why don't we start with the first game on our slate for sleeper? Let's talk about the Giants and the Baltimore Ravens. Are
Well,
you going to be starting anyone from the Ravens today, Brian?
oh yeah, I mean I feel comfortable with J.K. Dobbins, and kind of as they really out there play, I'd even go with Marquise Brown. I think I'm pretty sure he's slated to play, so I would go with both of those guys. So
Yeah, he just got activated this morning, I believe. So, okay, I like that. I like that a lot. So,
Ingram was declared out, so again he's a healthy scratch. So Dobbins and Edwards may get the opportunity. So
yeah, man, I tried to buy Dobbins in the 12th hour for my championship league. To know agreed.
I actually picked him up on waivers in like week 7, so I've got him rolling today. So
There you go, man. It's a good grab right there. It's a very good grab.
for a high scoring offense, never a bad thing.
No, man, I agree. I think Mark Andrews you can probably roll out there too, right?
Oh yeah, you can
But
definitely start Andrews. I'm starting him in that same league. So.
but with the Ravens this year, it's kind of just pick and choose and then close your eyes and fast forward to the end because you don't want to see the production of it.
Well, that's a hard thing, with Lamar Jackson. He can be hit or miss in regards to his accuracy. Plus, he also takes a lot of the rushing yards. So, of course, you
hmm
can always start Lamar too. So
Yeah, but that's almost a given at this point, right?
it is. It's one of those things. If you're writing a start sit article, are you really going to tell somebody to start Lamar Jackson?
I mean, oh, if you need help with that, people, come to us. We got you. We will take care of you. All right. There are no silly questions in fantasy football. How about for the Giants side? You gonna start Evan Ingram, Sterling Shepard? You gonna diddle with any of these wide receivers?
It's really hard to deal with. But I was reading on one of the columns I like to read this morning that in the last 2 weeks, um, Slayton has a 30 to 40% target share. So if I was going to go for a wild card, I would consider Darius Slayton. Like I said, I don't love any of the Giants, but I would go with Slayton. So
What's up, Madman? How you doing, man?
Hello, gentlemen. Can you hear
How we
me?
doing? Yeah, we hear you. How are you doing? Oh, we do. We getting technical issues.
My connection.
I think it's one of those staticky things that
Yeah.
will first pop on.
We'll pop through. So we'll keep going. I think you can start Gallman. I wouldn't want to start Gallman, honestly, but if you need to deflect last minute, that's probably where you can go with it. Evan Ingram, any given day, man. Daniel Jones is back, so if I remember properly, I think Daniel Jones and Evan Ingram got a better connection than Colt McCoy and Evan Ingram. I wouldn't start Shepard. I like that Slayton one. It's a nice start throw. He's always got that long field or that long stretch, big play capabilities. I think that's a good one.
The one thing I would say there, obviously some catch up was done yesterday in regards to if you were playing Alvin Kamara. But like I told everybody on Twitter yesterday, if there's 2 players that are similar in value, but one has more upside, then go with the more upside guy so you can hopefully catch up. Slayton would be one of those players. Unfortunately, he's capable of giving you a 0 any given week. But if you're playing from behind, Slayton could be one of those guys that just go off in a positive way and maybe catch you up.
Absolutely.
It's a dart throw, but at the same time, it's one of those things. If you needed the upside, I'd go for it. So,
no, I like that. I think that's a really, really good call there. What about, let's move on to the Cincinnati-Houston game. I'm a little worried about this game here. I think every time you see an underdog go and crush a superior opponent, the next following game, they just come out really flat. They just come out flat and they don't really come to play. It's like they kind of are still riding that high, not really preparing, just kind of ghosting through the process. So I'm a little worried more than usual starting my Bengals. I actually think I'm not going to start any of them, quite frankly. You can start Giovanni Bernard in the flex if you want, but I think the Houston Texans are going to boat race him. And then, Bernard's not going to get a whole lot of targets. He never really does. I think his season high is 6. Let me check that. Brian, what are you thinking about this game here?
I'm actually feeling a little bit more confident on Bernard than you are, just because the Texans, I believe I double checked it this morning. They're second in regards to fantasy points given up to running backs. So the matchup's really good for Bernard. Obviously, there's got to be concerns, like you said, coming off a big Monday night win over the Steelers. There obviously has to be some concerns about a letdown. But if I started any of them, it would be him because Tyler Boyd's out. They can shift coverage to T. Higgins. So I'm not in love with any of the receivers. And also the pass volume was so low the other night. I'm assuming they're going to go to a similar game plan with Finley. I think he's probably under center today as well. So, I mean, the only one you could even consider would be Gio. But due to his projected volume and also the fact that the Texans aren't very good against the run, I could go with Gio, at least as a flex. So
yeah. I mean, again, it kind of comes with you. I think, Sean, I think you called it Kamara-Geddon, right?
Yeah.
I think if you have faced Kamara-Geddon, you probably don't want to play Giovanni Bernard. But for instance, I'm going up against a pretty solid team right now in a standard championship league. I'm got to choose between Kiki Kuti, got to choose between Giovanni Bernard, and who was my third guy? Kiki Kuti, Giovanni Bernard, and Tim Patrick. And I got Kuti in there right now, but
Tim Patrick's going off. You never want to play Tim Patrick, but he's going to go off when you don't.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Tim Patrick's scary to play. You need upside. You face Kamara.
I'm facing Aaron Jones, Jonathan Taylor. He had Kittle. He had Kittle and Jefferson put up 17 on him. I had Fournette luckily to put up 12, but I kind of need that solid 4.
Yeah,
if you need a floor, then it's Bernard. It's gross, but you got to do it. I have to do it in the league because I lost Akers and Clyde this week.
Me too,
man. I lost
exactly.
Akers, Clyde, and Julio's not playing, so I got to play QT and Bernard against another juggernaut. Not excited about it. No. But that's 2020, man. That is 2020 right now. That's what it is. It's a bloodbath. It's just Landry, you thought you had Landry? Nope. Landry's gone. Sorry. Just a solid top 20 receiver, easy top 15 receiver right now. I love playing Landry. He's just gone.
Man, I wish. It hurts.
Shout out to Brian. I know that hurt Brian this week. Our Mr. Brian,
our host.
Damn it, forget your last name, Mr. Host.
McNamara, whatever.
Yeah.
Sean, how you feeling?
How are we feeling?
How are you feeling about that Bengals game?
Oh, I think there could be points. I don't know what the hell to expect from a game like that. You just don't. You don't have any clue. And sometimes I don't pretend to know because that's where I'm at. Like it could be. I don't mind playing pieces in that game. It could be decent, could be great. But then again, you got. I think Watson's could be fine. I think the pass catchers could be good. It's weird. Like because you saw David Johnson last week. There's so many wild cards in this game. I feel like this is one of the wild card games of the week. Where you're going to unpackage it. You're not going to know, but I think there will be some points. But it also wouldn't surprise me if it was a shit show. So I'm willing to buy in. I'm willing to play those guys. I am. Like I just said, I got to do it already. So that's why I probably feel this way. I'm so on the middle. It's like, I don't know. I don't feel great about it. I don't feel great about starting these guys, but I could also see them putting up points and keeping me in it. I just need them to not crush me, and I got other studs that can make up for it. So
it's championship weekend, man. We're all tilting before the games even start. And when they do, Jesus, we're tilting even more.
Man, dude, that Gaskins touchdown last night. Holy shit, that ripped my soul out. I had Waller, Mason, vagina breath. It helped me in a couple other spots, but the league I really want is our 16-team rivalry.
Our 16-team, yeah.
And vagina breath. Shout out to you, vagina breath, man. This is going to be a battle. He's got a really good team, and it's going to be a slugfest. I hate it because it's all on the Rams. My whole team is the Rams and the Seahawks. I'm screwed. Like I just like this is not what I want. I don't want 4 guys in this game. And it happened to me last week with 3 guys and 4 guys because I had McLaurin. I had 4 guys in that Washington-Seattle game last week. It's the thing about owning 3 Hawks right now. It's been brutal.
So let me ask you guys a question. I'm starting Hurts and Sanders, Devonta Adams, Robinson, Logan Thomas, and then the flex is Kuti, Patrick, or Bernard, or Tyrone Johnson for the Chargers. He's got a really good team. He's going to put up. It's going to be a race to the first 110 on this league easily. So you think I got enough firepower to stick with Bernard? Do you think I need a little something to kind of help it and throw a little Patrick's in there, maybe a Tyrone Johnson, a little desperation play? Because Keenan Allen's out, so
he's out.
That's what I heard.
Even if he's not out, if he's that close to being out, then yeah, dude. I'm gonna have to let you guys go soon. I got to fix my DFS lineups. Like this is gonna be a quick stay.
We're gonna cut this out in about 13 minutes here, just so we have 10 minutes to kind of fix everything.
Yeah, I need to go joggle my nuggets. I need to go put my eggs in the right baskets in DFS. I got a lot right. I've been killing it. I'm gonna join you, Brian, on Friday for the last week because everybody wants to play on the last week. So there's some easy money out there too. Everybody wants to play DFS next week, so I'm gonna jump on with you guys. I've been hot. I got a lot of lineups today because I'm riding the profit wave. And I got some plays this week. It's going to be fun.
All right, we got a question from One Rare Kid. We going Gibson or Hunt in a PPR? This is a great question. There's a lot of people worried about Gibson right now. A lot of people that are willing to roll your dice. I think for me, I'm gonna have to come with this. I think I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna go Hunt here. I think with the Browns losing literally their entire wide receiver core, and the Jets losing Quentin Williams, it's going to be a really, really low total game. It's going to be a bunch of running. I think Baker's going to get it done. They're going to be in 12 personnel the entire game. So Harrison Bryant, Austin Hooper, Hunt, and Chubb is just going to be a field day for all 4 of those guys. And Gibson with that toe injury, man, one bad play and he's out, and it can happen anytime. Terry McLaurin may be out, but it's too much risk for me, man. How about you guys? What are you thinking?
I'm on Hunt. Like you said, I still think they'll score some points. And where are you going to get them from? I mean, to be honest, prior to last week's dud, Hunt's been really good. The big thing with him last week was simply lack of volume. He had a total of 10 touches. So in reality, he's been good for you all year.
Into the darkness I go.
I don't know that you can actually depend on Gibson. I still think McKissick's going to be really involved. So I would be really reluctant to start Gibson today. So
yeah. Sean, do you have any feelings about Gibson or Hunt in a PPR?
I love what you just said about Hunt. Hunt is the much smarter play. Hunt is definitely the play with the factors that you just talked about, all that stuff. But if I'm down by a ton and I just need to hit a home run, just throw Gibson in there, man. The guy's special. Carolina is not that good. I mean, they're middle of the road. Like you can run on them.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what Washington is founded on. They got Dwayne Haskins at quarterback fighting for a playoff spot.
Yep.
So this is everything. And you think Gibson's not going to get out there. I would take a swing with it. Hunt is a smarter play, like I said. But if I need to take a swing and I face Kamara-Geddon, the wicked Kamara-Geddon, then I might take a swing with Gibson. Why not?
Gibson's a lot like the Slayton play I talked about earlier. Like you said, if you need a swing, go for the fences. But if you're relatively stable, definitely go with Hunt. So
I like it.
Yeah.
What about here we go. Got another question from Ryan Palmer. Mike or Le'Veon Bell or Mike Davis in a PPR. Oh, I love this one. Woo! This one hurts me, guys. This one hurts me. I started Lynn Bowden yesterday, and yeah. So I need a big Le'Veon Bell game, Ryan. I'm with you, man. I'm gonna go Le'Veon Bell here. I think the Washington football team's front 7 is elite with a capital E. We'll go with that one. So
they're pretty good.
I'm going Le'Veon Bell here, boys. What are you doing?
Same reason you just said, because the Washington D is awesome, and it's the Chiefs. He could score 3 touchdowns. I'm dead serious. He could. Why not? He catches the ball. The regression is coming to the running back position in KC. So I hate this because you might see Lev Bell blow up for a couple games over here.
Yep. Positive regression's coming, baby. Brian, how you feeling?
I'll go with Lev Bell too. It really hurts my heart because, in all honesty, I'm a Steelers fan, so it's really hard. I had to bite my tongue saying it, but I'm okay with Lev Bell. So
that's true. I think in the what we're kind of bearing here with Mike Davis too is that Christian McCaffrey's doubtful, so he's not officially out yet. He's not going to play, but he may. And so if you're hinging on the fact that he's not going to play and he does, Mike Davis just went from a 13.4 in PPR to just 2-3 points, So I think you just got to play it safe here. Got to go with Le'Veon Bell or go churn the waiver wire, man. Go find someone to play if you're not really happy with those two, because there's going to be a couple people. Then come back, Ryan, if you find someone. We'll help you out.
And then the good thing is, as he already knows, is Edwards-Hilaire's out, so at least Bell's got the backfield to himself. So
yeah, he's got Darrell and Darwin. Yeah. Oh, the Darwin.
If anyone, I'm going to give you a nugget right now. I'm glad I get time to go adjust my DFS lineup. Lev Bell is such a great play today because there's a little bit of a floor and there's upside to hell because he plays with Patrick Mahomes.
Yep,
since the last 2 years, all I care about in the last 2 years is getting the Chiefs weapons. Whether or not it's just being surrounded by that, anything is possible. I play him in DFS today because I was just thinking about, I was on the fence about him, and now that we're talking about him, I'm going to throw him in there in DFS, man, especially in higher, like 100-man plus tournaments, because he could win you the week.
And the other thing to keep in mind with the Chiefs-Falcons game is that being at home, the Chiefs will be playing ahead the whole day, so it's going to give Bell that much more opportunity. Mahomes will still get his, but at the same time, in the second half, it may be primarily the Bell show. So.
That's a good. Lev Bell. That's a fun start sit right now.
That is a fun start sit. I think
this or that.
And with the process, you got to run through this because that's what we're doing here. Is we're trying to help their process too. Is with the Chiefs this year is, are they going to drop 2 deep safeties and be the Saints, make you run on them, or are they going to go and say we're going to try and stop? We're going to try and do everything. Go to man-to-man, do a little cloud coverage, whatever. I think that Falcons are going to acknowledge the fact that their pass defense is absolute ass and try to lean into the fact they've got a pretty good run defense. Even the last 2 or 3 games, they've let up over 100 yards rushing. And so I think they're going to drop their both safeties deep. And then I'm hoping, this is the riddle I'm telling myself. I'm hoping that they're going to give Le'Veon Bell a little more run, especially with Tyreek being banged up.
Yeah, because they've mentioned that Tyreek may not play the whole game. That if they get a good sized lead, they'll probably sit Hill. So,
Yep, I'd be happy with that
right now. I'm doing it right now, live on air. I'm getting Lev Bell. I'm playing him over Dobbins right now. I feel better. That's how it's like. I don't know. I just got a feeling about it. Just because I guess part of it is just resentment because I know with the Clyde injury, I'm like, just watch. This is the game where that line opens up and he's just dancing in the prairies, just putting up points. We'll see. Because, again, they're going to have to adjust to the Chiefs. Chiefs have been so interesting where they started last year, and I traded Tyreek Hill at the worst time in the history of trades ever. It was unbelievable.
We got a question from Controversial. I think that Controversial. T.Y. Hilton, Crowder, or Pollard in PPR. All right, so this is what I'm going to say about that right now. Or actually, I'm always going first. Someone want to take this?
Hilton
yeah.
By a mile.
Yep.
By a mile.
Yep.
Not even close.
I think Zeke's going to play.
Aren't they good right now?
Yeah, I agree. Zeke's going to play.
Yeah, Pollard's out. I don't want to play Pollard right now.
No.
Especially because it's Philadelphia. It's a great run D.
I would love to play Pollard if Zeke wasn't there, but Zeke's there.
No, thank you. Crowder's interesting. Crowder's interesting because he's very playable today. People hate doing it, but you might, especially in Armageddon, in the bloodbath that is 2020. No, that's the bloodbath that it is this season. If you're playing Crowder, you're not that upset about it. Like, true. I'm playing worse. I'd rather play Crowder over Kuti for sure. I'd rather probably play. I don't know about Gio. Gio's close in a PPR. I wouldn't know. I probably might even go Crowder in a PPR. It's hard to trust Gio right now, but I have to do it. Yeah, let's go TY though. Give me TY. Give me the upside of TY right now.
Yep. I think that's gonna be a really good game. I think they're both defenses and offenses are gonna be enough to kind of play together. I think TY is gonna put together another magical game and win you a championship. Controversial. All right, so let's really quickly run through the games in case we get some more questions. We'll just do our favorite start of the matchups for both teams, and then we'll close it out. Okay. So Chicago and Jacksonville. Who are your favorite starts for those two?
Chicago in Jacksonville. I mean, Monty's a home run right now. I'm worried about A-Rob. I'm worried about Tyreek this week. I don't know. But it's that time of year, man. The Bears might make the playoffs. It's crazy because the Cardinals choked. Little field mouse choked.
I don't want to talk about that.
The Cardinals choked in general. They just choked.
So you're going Monty. Who are you going for Jacksonville? Who's your start there?
No, nobody.
Scrape the barrel. Who are you doing?
No. Nobody. I would play Chark I'm doing it in a big ass tournament. The biggest one is Chark. I think with Minshew, the Bears are beatable.
It's Glennon now.
And you could just see he's a wild card this week. I would not want to play Chark, but if I needed, again, he's one of those guys. If I needed to swing for the fences, why not throw him in there?
With Glennon, he's got 160 air yards almost every single game. He just keeps letting the ball hit him in the stomach and drop to the ground. All right, we got another question from Controversial. In standard, Jonathan Taylor, Giovanni Bernard, and Darrell Henderson.
I love Darrell Henderson this week with Taylor. Wait, I got to pick two or just one? It's Taylor. If I got to pick one,
let's rank them. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's go 1, 2, 3.
It's Taylor, Henderson, Bernard, and not even close. Like they're so all different tiers.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
I agree. I think that's a perfect representation. I think we're gonna have a pretty good. Game against the Rams. He said pick one. I think we're going Jonathan Taylor here. Controversial. He's getting the volume. Giovanni Bernard is risky, as we were talking about earlier in the show. We're expecting the Texans to boat race the Bengals, and so with that comes a different play script. Darrell Henderson's going up against Seattle's run defense, which my boys have been doing a little better recently. Brian, you got any questions about this pick one?
No, I mean it's definitely Taylor. I mean, I guess the concern there is going against a tough Steelers defense, but you've got to go Taylor. He's a slam dunk here. So
absolutely. All righty. So we're doing pick your favorite start from each matchup until any more questions come in. Okay. Do you have a start for Jacksonville, Brian?
Like I said, Chark's fine with me. I mean, with Robinson being out, you got to expect some running game of some sort. But I mean, you can't feel comfortable with Ozigbo necessarily. So why not Chark?
I'll tell you what. If you want a Hail Mary Kamara Getting game, if you're saying, dear God, I'm screwed, let's have some fun, let's go pure upside, I think you can go throw Ogunbowale into your flex 3 spot, PPR only. I think he's going to have some upside. I like him. I like his profile a lot. For Chicago, I'm going to go A-Rob over Monty, but that's just because I'm trying to will that into the reality. All right, let's jump to the next game. Let's go Atlanta, KC, our top starters from those two.
Say again. I'm setting my DFS line.
You're good. So we'll go Atlanta and Kansas City, and then we'll try and pick a starter from each one. So for Atlanta, I'm going with Ridley as always. Actually, let's make it a little more difficult on ourselves. Let's go our flex. We got to flex someone there. So Gages, the Bells of the world. What are we doing here?
Go ahead, Brian.
I'll go Gage.
Okay.
If I have to, I mean, there's worse plays than Gage. He reminds me of Cootie. It's like you throw him in there with Cootie. They're right next to each other. They got a house together. Yeah, they got a house together.
I agree. All right. Another question from Controversial. Houston or Washington defense? I think I'm going to roll with Washington's defense here, boys. What about you?
Or Houston's against Cincinnati? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the other way.
Yeah, it's just Houston's defense. Houston's got a good matchup, but a lot of that's just theoretical right now, and I don't trust them to stop a dog trying to get a ball through a door, quite frankly.
I don't have the schedule in front of me. Washington's playing whom today?
Carolina.
I love Washington's D. I'll play them every week almost against
Washington's playing Carolina.
The one thing about the Washington defense is you did not have to ever worry about, like, hey, this is a great matchup. Washington just saw it no matter what. So it's one of those things. If you're really looking for the upswing, you could go Houston because God knows the Bengals, they looked great last week. But like we've all said, they can have that letdown. But if you want a solid floor, you've got to go Washington. So
I agree. All right, so for Atlanta and Kansas City, looks like we're doing Gage, and we're going to go Bell for flex plays. Anyone going to dabble in the Watkins-Hardman arena?
No.
Okay. right,
If you have to, because with Tyreek, it's a little bit, just a slightly bit concerned about Tyreek with the hamstring.
Mhm.
So Mecole or Watkins is again a sneaky ass play that could hit. I'm not excited about it, but I like our Brian had some ugly start sits today because it's 2020. People got these questions and it's crazy because you should just have studs in there. But no, it's just devastation every week. Somebody's out.
Yep.
I just lost Terry. I lost Terry and Higgins. Like I was looking forward to playing Rashad Higgins, and that just got taken out. And I'm playing Robbie. I was going to play him over Robbie Anderson.
But between Watkins and Hardman, who you guys choosing?
Watkins.
I've got to go Watkins. He's had the more targets and everything since he's been back. Yep. And Hardman, I've not been able to trust him for the first 15 weeks because he's capable of having a big week, but you can't pick a win. So you've got to go with Watkins. He's been more involved. So
I agree. All right, let's try to pound through this so we can go and tinker with our lineups. All right, pick a flex from the Jets and Cleveland game.
Oh God, that's so gross. Crowder.
Yes, Crowder. I'm gonna go Harrison Bryant on the Browns for the tight end premium leagues because I think Harrison Bryant, the rookie tight end, he got 6 targets last week. Without any wide receivers, I think they're going 12 personnel, and I think has the capability to take a couple into that and house them.
I love that play. He had at least 2, maybe 3 touchdowns in one game early in the season. So
yeah, he had 2 touchdowns in a game.
Yeah. And my swing for the Jets,
damn it,
Denzel Mims.
Ooh, I like that one. I like that one a lot. All right, Indy and Pittsburgh. Who's our flexes?
God.
I'm going to go Indy and Pitt. I'm going to go Snell with Pitt. And then I'm going to go Hines. I'm going to go Hines with Indy.
You can play Hines. You can play him.
You don't want to, but I mean, hey, that's the name of the game. Pick a flex.
TY, you can play him. Pittsburgh, fuck, man. You can play Deontay is the only one I want to play in Pittsburgh right now. It's been that bad. I benched Big Ben this week for CJ Beathard in a 16-team Superflex. And it worked out. I feel great about it. I don't know what it was. I trusted Shanahan because of Berkey. And I just felt like he'd been there for a while now. This game was important.
We got a question. What about Robinson's hamstring and A.J. Brown's ankle and whether start Giovanni Bernard, Hilton, or Corey Davis over either?
Oh, wait. A.J. Brown? Who gives a shit about the fucking weather?
Yeah, so here's a little thing about the weather, Austin. The only thing you want to look for is if the crosswinds are upwards of 25 miles an hour over 25, okay? And I don't think that's the case from what I've been reading.
I like Corey Davis this week a lot.
Okay, I don't think I'm going to play Corey Davis.
I'm not going to play them. I'm not going to play them over him, but I'm saying that's the only guy in there that I would be excited to play. If you're that worried, like if you got inside reports.
Hey, play your studs. It's championship weekend. Think of it this way. If you lose, how can you handle the loss the easiest? You can handle if you played T.Y. Hilton over Allen Robinson. You go, boo-boo. I'm sticking with your studs, man. That's a really, really high ceiling and a pretty good floor. So I think you're fine. Watch a different game though, because those games are gonna be hard to stomach. All right, so Denver and the Denver and Chargers, Broncos Chargers. Who are our flex plays? We got like 90 seconds.
I actually like Johnson. You were talking about earlier with Keenan Allen being out. He would definitely be my guy. He's actually looking really good. And one last
I like that.
I win is Parham, the tight end, since Hunter Henry's out due to COVID.
Ooh.
Don't forget about Parham.
Yeah.
His athleticism's off the charts. So
I love it. All right, we got one quick question from Jose Vega. Logan Thomas or Austin Hooper, full PPR?
Oh, it's Logan. It's Logan.
Yep, I'm staying in the Flames.
But I love the question because Austin Hooper's somebody's going to be catching passes.
Yes,
sir. I still go with Logan Thomas because he's just been awesome in the last few weeks.
And Dwayne Haskins finally realized that throwing to good people is going to result in good plays. So hopefully that trend continues, even though he's clearly got something going on between his 2 ears. All right. You know what? We're just going to cap it here unless we get any more questions. So we got a chance to tinker. Any last questions, guys? Anything we want to ask? Anything you want to say? I like that what we did, a message to our opponents if we're in the championship. Anything you guys want to say before we sign off here?
One quick thing I'd like to say, I was looking at the implied totals today, and because we've already had 4 games prior to the weekend, the implied totals are kind of low. So if you're behind, just go for that out of the water unusual pick, like we talked about. We listed a couple that are out there. Go ahead and go for that Slayton if you need the points. Go for that Lev Bell. There's not the implied totals are low, so just swing for the fence for any game you want to.
I like it. Madman, any last messages, any words for your opponents?
It ain't over until it's over, man. Fantasy's nuts, and who knows what's going to happen today. It's going to be fun. It's going to suck. It's going to be fun. It's going to suck. It's going to hurt so bad. And I just hope it's a fight. It's going to be fun. I just want it to be a fight. There's nothing worse than getting crushed. I want to fight, and I want to win. I'm going to beat you, everybody. Even if I'm not playing you in a league, I'm going to beat you.
I got an anti-tilt strategy here. Don't check your fantasy fucking scores until the end of Sunday Night Football. Don't fucking do it. It's gonna drive you nuts, and you're gonna go insane. You're gonna go.
I have good markers. End of the first half, and then going into the fourth quarter, and then the afternoon slate just at the third quarter. I check in.
Oh man,
I have 3 check-ins. It's 3 check-ins because I want to know. I don't look deeply. I'm just like, okay, this is what's going on. I don't even want to think about it. I just like fuck, and then I go back to watching the games.
Yep.
But don't obsess. Let it be. You won't enjoy it. You won't enjoy it. You don't enjoy it. I know. Trust me. I'm the fucking madman. I used to watch like an animal for like 10, 12 years, just never miss a play. And now it's like, relax. It's okay.
It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. That's the gill here.
And especially for one last thing for those that are behind and trailing, maybe Kamara, maybe Waller, whomever, please don't check your points until later tonight, because I spent all last weekend checking mine and I never caught up. So, just let it be.
One last nugget. Yeah, dude, I faced Kamara and I had Jeff Wilson, Tom Brady, and a 6-point passing touchdown, and Myles Gaskins go yesterday. So it's like tied now. Like it's dead even. I already made up for Kamara in 3 players. It was lucky as hell. That's my 0 RB team. It's ridiculous.
All right, boys. Go tinker. Go set your lineups. I just tilted and put Gio over Kuti. So dear fucking God, help me, because clearly I'm gonna need it. Boys, good luck. Do big things. Enjoy the show.
Good luck for me. Bad luck for all you.
Yeah. See you, boys.
Yes.